What are you doing, mate?
Mate, there is so much brake dust on here. Look at this.
It's literally pouring rain. This guy's cleaning his car.
Mate, this is important. Look how much better that looks already. Get that water out of there.
What are you doing, mate?
Huh? Oh, last minute prep.
His bloody influences cleaning the wheels in the rain.
Welcome to the Turbo FZ. Oh, it's now getting rained on.
That's a funny looking FZ, Alex. What's happened there?
G'day guys, welcome to the Sydney 4-wheel drive show. Here we got the big 80 bus posted up at the Show and Shine Club 4x4. Big shout out, thank you for letting me enter this car. We'll take a look around. We've got the bonnet like half open. Shout out to Fong and a couple of the other boys for their recommendations on that, mate. It's going mint. Big 6.2 litre V8 LS3 conversion with a 6L80E sequential automatic behind it. Yeah, she's got LS9 lifters and pretty much just built top end kind of thing. But yeah, really enjoying it. It's just been like bulletproof engine for me. Engine wise, as I've already yapped about. But yeah, we've got Slinky Customs bull bar from WA. Long wait time on these bars and not cheap, but they are really good and probably the nicest looking ones you can get for the 80s at the moment on the market. Same as Dylan's down there. Yeah, we've got a Runvar 1300 XP winch, which has been flawless, so no issues with that. Ultraflex 4x4 headlights, and we've got the 79 genuine Toyota Scoop, which is done a video on, so go check that one out. In the front here, we've got the Kinsella's Customs flipped arms, which has been unreal. Really good driving up to Sydney and everything. Like, it's been really comfortable. Dobinson's coils, superior suspension throughout with all your drag links and everything else. Steering dampener, but it's driving really good. We've got GME XRS 370C compact with like a little hideaway unit thing. We've got the Radius Fab airbox, which had no issues with that, which runs an LS1 panel filter, fuel manager, FM 1000 fuel filter. That thing's unreal. It's bloody huge, 16mm fittings on that, so plenty of fuel. We've got a Radius Fab snorkel long entry, which goes into the Radius airbox, which is yeah, quite happy with that. And we've got Clearview Next Gens on here, and there's still scrub bars to go. It's pretty much all what we got left there. Dobinson's remote resi MRA shocks, which are ride an absolute dream. Really love the adjustability on those. We got the Steady STX light bar on the rooftop tent. So this thing's pretty much fully kitted out. We've got the VF Commodore seats in the interior here with all electrics, fully working. We've got a Pioneer amp, RM William floor mats, CSS steering wheel, which has been awesome. No, the buttons do not work. Yes, they will work eventually. You got to do 200 series clock spring on that, so that's on the cards. We've got a VF Commodore dash, SAS gauges. Can't remember whatever grips these are, but some power accord thing. The Brass Monkey fridge, custom center console that I've done, VF Commodore shifter. We've got a little custom phone holder, the GME again, and that's Polaris head unit, which is fantastic. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much her for interior. What's on the screen here, mate? Is that lifted larrikins? Yeah, we've got all the lights set up in the CSS tent, mate, so it's looking absolutely $1 million. The rear setup, we're moving on to that. So we've got a dual battery system in here, which is a I can't remember the battery name, but anyway. 100 amp hour lithium in there, slimline with all your electrics all on that rear drawer. We've got the Mean Mother air compressor here, Victron inverter, which is a 2000 watt. I'm a little PowerPoint, black PowerPoint here, and sprayed all the drawers back. Pioneer subwoofer. That subwoofer doesn't work, but was the old one. And we've got a, what brand is this? I think Dometic fridge. I don't know, had it for ages. The Cruiser Company rear bar. We've got a HIC off-road rear wing, rear bush tooth lights, which I get lots of questions for, and they're mounted to the tailgate directly with rivets with a little bit of rubber behind them, so if I ever do need to remove them, not that they've ever been removed or will be removed, but yeah, so it doesn't damage any of the paint behind. Oh, Kempy had a great question. What is that t-shirt we've got here? So Lifted Larrikins merch, mate. Go check that out on the website. Really nice quality prints and super comfortable. I think that's about it. Wheels and tyres. We've got the Razor 35-inch, which soon to be upsized. Dirty Life Mesa beadlocks. Full Superior gear, bush tooth rock lights, and yeah, Superior rear end, pretty much everything. Dobinson's coils, some white line sway bar. We've also got the front sway bar is a Kinsella's Customs. That's her pretty much all put together. Plans in the future is coilover front end and a Harrop sneaky supercharger.
What are you about to do, Alex?
Oh, we're just putting something up on the head unit for the people to come have a look at.
I've had the genius idea to chuck our Lifted Larrikins YouTube channel on the Polaris. Look at this guy, giving a rundown of his rig.
Nothing to see here, but yeah.
This bloke's come up and asked for a rig rundown, so Alex is giving a rundown of his 80 series. We're adding the most important piece of any build, lifted larrikin sticker. So let's get this on Alex's car without him knowing quickly. Oh, a little bubble. A few bubbles in here. Whoops. This guy doesn't know how to put a sticker on. That's the new textured version of the sticker for sale. So far, we've been around Alex's car for most of the morning, filming some B-roll and stuff of his car to chuck in the video. But pretty good response so far. Like, everyone's really liking the LS3 and the 80, and I reckon he's got a good shot at winning this $1,000 Maxis voucher. So hopefully he does. I reckon he's going to win. I reckon Dylan's going to be probably the closest competitor to Alex. There's a couple other like GU down there. Owen Carter looks pretty nice, but mate, nobody's got an LS3 in the 80 series. Alex, what are you eating, mate? And how much did that cost you?
I'm eating a Turkish kozleme. Cost me about 3 lungs and a liver. $23, mate. But it was good. It was good.
Take it out.
Count on, boys. Go. People question.
Yeah, that looks good. I think we gotta get some 37s. Can you hold the card though? I should have sold my shirts.
We're here at Outback Tourer, joined by
Lockie.
And so tell us a little bit about Outback Tourer. What do you guys do?
Outback Tourer, well, started about 3.5 years ago now. Originally 3 tradies, plumber, sparky and fabricator. Bit of a side hustle turned to main hustle. I guess the journey of Outback Tourer starts at our staple tent over here, and as you work through the range we go through all the innovation of the company.
So you guys specialise in sort of rooftop tents?
Rooftop tents, awnings, shower awnings. Seem to do enough of that to keep us busy.
And where are you guys located?
We're Brizzy, so south side of Brizzy, Archerfield to be exact, but distribute all over the country these days. Got a few resellers in Perth, Adelaide, Cairns, Darwin, so we are expanding, but still a young company.
No, very awesome. I'm really keen on looking into these tents a bit more. And
well, you're probably gonna need this one here, I think.
May as well walk through the tent and show people what you got, if that's all right. What tent's this one?
And this is our Z tent, so a double pop tent. Our most versatile design. You can use it in the double pop position or single pop. We've got 2 rain flies which can zip on and off, so we can use it in a range of different ways. It's our most expensive premium tent we have. Yeah, Christian's just crossed the Simpson Desert and done the Fink in his, and a lot of room in there.
And where can guys find you online?
Where, man, just about everywhere. If you start searching rooftop tent, you'll get attacked from all angles from our marketing. But nah, just like Instagram, Facebook. Our TikTok game is super weak. So if you have our products, keep the videos coming. We will post it. Other than that, got a small YouTube base, not much. Been collabing with a few YouTubers this year, which has been awesome.
We got Liam here from Aussie Arvos. So what have you done? What have you changed since your old setup, and why? What have you done to it?
Essentially, this was a leaf sprung GQU. When I bought it, it was like a farm truck. It had like no paint on the doors. It had a crappy old farm tray, but I did love it. And I was always thinking to myself, I'd love to go coil springs one day. So I pretty much bought a coil sprung wagon chassis. I ripped the cab off, motor and gearbox out, and then just pretty much swapped it all over. I've been a patrol, all the patrol stuff just bolts together. So all bolted in place. I put some GU diffs underneath it.
Yeah, nice.
Built a steel tray for it. Yeah, I love it. It's heaps better.
Yeah, it looks pretty unreal, like compared to how it was before. It looks a show car now.
Yeah, it is. It's almost a bit too clean. There was a sort of period of time there where I was like, I didn't want to take it out anywhere or do anything, and then I put a dent in the door just recently, which isn't that bad, but it's enough to be like, all right, now it's stuffed. So
yeah, that was up in Queensland, wasn't it?
Yeah, when we were up doing a Queensland trip, and got a bit of damage, but
that's awesome. I'm yet to do that to mine still, since the respray and everything.
Oh, it'll happen one day, and you'll hate it, like I did.
Kind of wanted just to get over and done with, and then I can take it out again.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So starting at the front, it's a Razlar 3-inch bull bar. Just wanted something that looks clean and sort of suit the shape of the car. So real happy with that. Got a worn high mount winch, just an old second handy that we got off a family friend of ours, but I haven't even had to use it yet, being a patrol and all, but I'm sure it will work well when I go to use it. GME aerial, some steady headlights, because the other ones are candles and they suck. The bar work sort of keeps running around into the scrubbies and also steps, so full all the way around. But this is the one that people love to talk about. This is a sort of different, the controversial sort of thing. So I combined a ram head with a stainless steel snorkel. I didn't like the way that the safaris for these come all the way down the guard, so I was like, oh, I want a, you know, stainless short entry. But then I was like, oh, I kind of want the ram head because, you know, it's a bit different and sort of suits the era of the car. So yeah, pretty much just whacked that on top, essentially.
Yeah, right. How'd you get the bend to come up to suit that?
So the bloke that made it for me, Jeff, he just like, I don't know, he's just good at what he does, and he just, you know, mocked all the pipe up and he's like, yeah, that's about right. And then I don't know, welded it all together. And
it looks really good. Like it's spot on where a safari would go, and it's like, it's a nice little size as well. Like,
yeah, so I'm real happy with how it turned out. And yeah, like I'm yet to see really one on another GQ, so it's sort of something unique. What else we got?
Suspension and
wheels and tyres. So tyres are Yokohama Geolandar Muddies in 35-inch.
How do you find the Yokohamas?
These are my first mud tyre, so that's all I'm going off. But as far as mud tyres goes, like, yeah, these are sick. Yeah, they just like, they fling mud. Like the car always gets absolutely covered in mud. And then the wheels are All-Terrain Industry bead locks. So true bead locks. And yeah, haven't had any dramas with them. All the bolts and that have stayed in, haven't lost any bolts.
We've just fitted some of these up to Kempy's bus, and they're awesome because you don't see any of the bolts on the back.
Yeah, I reckon I could play it off as an imitation ring.
No one will watch this YouTube video.
Cut that bit out. And then suspension, 3-inch lift. It's got all Fulcrum or Formula 4x4 suspension. So I got like remote resi shocks, which just helps with, you know, getting it riding nice when the weight changes with the different setups on the back. Yeah, didn't want to go too high with it, keep the attention away. But I think it's all pretty proportional. Like, you know, the tyres don't look too big. It doesn't look like it's too high, but then, you know, it's just all...
the 35s make a big difference. It looks really good on the 35. What have you done to the canopy? It's a nice setup you've got in here. Like, it looks very practical.
Just a pretty basic sort of setup. So it's AP boxes, just aluminium 1600 canopy, and pretty much I just fitted it out with stuff to make camping easier. I didn't need like all the fancy stuff. Like half the stuff in here is Kings and eBay stuff, but it works. So I just got like a 1500 watt Kings inverter. I'm just, I can charge batteries and, you know, use like the toasted sandwich press every now and again. It makes life easy. A Kings upright fridge, which sucks when you first buy it, but then when you put the little fan in it, it works pretty well. And then all the drawers and stuff, I just built myself. So I just use like 12mm form ply and just sort of winged it. Like, I'm not a chippy or anything, but
they look really good, but they got like a nice finish on them.
Yeah, well, the carpet hides all the crappy stuff underneath, so it's all right. But yeah, so that works sweet. And then and the AP boxes also do a aluminium pantry slide, and that's like really handy use of space. Just all the food in there, and it keeps it from going everywhere.
There's heaps of practical room in here, and everything in here is like super compact, and you can use every bit of it.
Yeah. Just sort of to try to maximise the amount of space. Plans for the car, I'm sort of getting a little bit over setting up the swag all the time, particularly on the long trips. So I am in the process of mocking up some for a rooftop tent, but it's not like a permanent thing. I don't want to have it strapped to the roof 24/7 because not as good with all that weight on the roof. That, and then front locker down the line because it's unlocked at the moment. But other than that, it's pretty much where I want it. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's all turned out. So into the interior, pretty basic really. I haven't changed too much just because, I don't know, it's a GQ, so I'm gonna get that fancy anyway. It did have a bench seat, but I put bucket seats in and a center console just so I got a place to put some stuff. Now, the one thing that's kind of a bit more different is me dash. So I just made like a little box to go on top of the dash, and that houses a doubled-in head unit as well as me JRP gauges for monitoring all like EGTs and stuff. And then I got some switches for like winch and compressor and locker and stuff. The factory spot for the head units down here sucks near the gear sticks. You can't reach it, so that's why I built this to stick it up here. I've also got behind this seat is all me dual battery, like me charger and stuff. So because I want to be able to take the canopy on and off, I put all the charger and stuff on a board behind the seats. So that's all in behind there. But other than that, it's pretty basic. Like, it's pretty tight cab, especially if you're a bit of a taller bloke, but it does the trick.
It's smart that you got all the electrics in here, so you can take the canopy off and it's all standalone.
That's exactly right. That was like the main thing I wanted. Like, a lot of people just put the whole setup in the canopy, but then it's like, oh, you ditch your canopy in the car, you can't put a fridge in it or whatever. So at least this way, I can still, you know, take the canopy off, strap a fridge down to the tray, still just go away like that and have power.
Where can we find more about this rig and the trips you take it on?
So we've got a YouTube channel, Aussie Arvos, where you can watch the whole thing from start to finish. Pretty much the day I bought this car when I was like 18, you can pretty much watch from there up till now and all the stuff I've done. And now, we just do stuff in the shed at home, like never take it to a mechanic, so you just do it all yourself, and then go on trips and stuff and have a good time. So yeah,
that must be awesome to be able to look back at everything you've done to it.
Yeah, got a whole catalogue. So if anyone ever buys a car, I'm going to say just go watch the YouTube channel, you'll see everything I've done to it. So that's where to go and see it all.
Oh, you banked it, man. Go on, brother.
So we're here with Neil from Maxxis. Yeah, he's going to take us through the different tyres, why Maxxis Razors or why Maxxis, what the differences is between all the tyres and what you'd recommend for each kind of application off-road.
Yeah, if we're starting at the most extreme end, the Trapidors we have here, which this is a 42-inch Trapidor, which is gigantic, you know, bit of a tractor tyre. They're a bias ply tyre, which means there's no steel belts underneath the tread. And they are actually built like an old tractor tyre. And they're really good for competition rock crawling, really heavy off-road. They're not really designed for on-road use, but for competition type stuff, they're really good. They've got, you know, the big gaps in the blocks for gripping edges and stuff like that. Nice soft compound and a carcass that is really strong and has lots of layers of fabric material to protect from punctures and stuff like that. You can run them at really low pressures in competition environments in order to grapple and climb up those really rough conditions. So that's what the Trapidor is all about.
What about the mud terrain?
So yeah, if we move down to the mud terrain, this is, you know, our Maxxis Razor mud terrain MT772. It's got nice big grooves between the blocks for clearing out mud and stuff like that. A lot of people are surprised how quiet our mud terrain is. That's not necessarily me trying to sell that to you, because no one buys a mud terrain because it's quiet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But people, if I'm standing here on the stand all day, people will come by and tell us how quiet it is, which is surprising, to be honest. Grips reasonably well in the wet, has good on-road manners, but also, you know, like a nice open tread pattern and lots of gripping blocks for that off-road traction, as well as nice big side biters for the conditions where the side wall gets involved.
Yeah, a thing that stands out to me from other tyres is the sidewall on these are very aggressive and there's lots of tread on that, and I run these on my truck as well and they are very quiet. So
yeah, and people generally like how that looks as well. The other thing about both of this and the all-terrain is they're a radial tyre, so they have steel belts underneath the tread, which are all radial tyres, but they have 3-ply sidewall, so there's 3 layers of material, polyester material in the sidewall of the tyre.
Yeah, they're a very nice tyre and I run them on mine as well, and yeah, I cannot fault them.
That's the mud terrain in a nutshell. So this is the Razor all-terrain. It's a really good all-terrain tyre. Again, the carcass is 3-ply sidewall, those nice big side biters, pretty open sort of tread pattern for those, you know, gripping in off-road conditions. Again, handles pretty well in the wet, and, you know, like I said, I've been driving around Sydney on these in the wet, and they're pretty good. Like, I can't really fault them. We have sold so many of these things, and people just come in all day and tell us, you know, how much they enjoy them. They're not even buying tyres. They just come by to say, hey, I've got some, and I'll tell you how good they are.
And that shows that they really appreciate and enjoy the design and traction and performance from these tyres.
So no, as I said, 3-ply sidewall, all light truck construction, good tread pattern, good amount of tread depth. They wear quite well, and with any four-wheel drive tyre, I'd like to recommend that everyone rotates tyres often, at least every 10,000 K, and importantly, get a rotation in from side to side. So make sure that at least 2 of your tyres are going from side to side. That prevents irregular wear from developing and keeps the noise down.
With a spare tyre as well, like if you've got 5 tyres, do you recommend circulating that spare in with as well?
Otherwise, it just sits underneath the car, gets old, and age, you know, doesn't help tyres. Try and rotate your 5th tyre in. That's always better than letting it go to waste.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for your time and much appreciated. And there's lots of information you have to share, and it's good to see the innovative technology behind the tyres.
All right, so Bruce Fenwick from the Australian Recreational Motorists Association.
Beautiful. It's nice to meet you.
So, Alex, start bragging about your truck.
It's an LS3 A Series 1994. We've done a full LS3 conversion with it, with a 6L80 automatic sequential transmission. Been fully tuned to 513 horsepower 3 hubs with the LS9 lifters and all the stakes on camera here.
Your diff ratios?
Diff ratios are 488 and nitro gears from the USA, Coromelli axles throughout, and Harrop e-lockers.
And how long have you had the truck?
3 years now. I bought it bone stock and I've done everything you see to it.
Who does the work?
Myself.
So, Alex, what's the favourite piece of the truck? One piece, not 50 pieces, one piece.
Favourite piece would be the engine. It's, definitely the biggest game changer for it. So it makes a huge difference. It just drives really well.
Last camping spot?
Last camping spot would have been Wee Jasper. I'm just above Canberra because we're from Canberra. So
I know Wee Jasper.
Yeah, last weekend. Yeah, nice spot to go. And we take it out lots to Monkey Gum and up to Fraser Island and stuff like that. It's been pretty much everywhere along the east coast.
So one thing to change or buy or add? Only one.
One thing, bush wraps is next on the list. So I definitely need some clear bush wraps just to protect the paint out bush because I've had it resprayed. I'll just have a chat to this lady.
It's unfortunate, but there's always one person who has no respect for the cars.
Get out.
No, yeah, it's been really good. So I had it resprayed recently in Melbourne in the factory 4K1 colour with extra metallic and extra pearl.
Mine was this colour.
Did yours have the brown interior as well? Yeah, they're awesome.
Are we really videoing now? I hated it.
Lots of people have commented on it because they like
The brown is stock Toyota standard, and it's
rare.
It's rare. You don't see this brown on other vehicles.
Yeah.
The Hilux didn't even have that colour. What's the lift on it?
25-inch lift, front and rear at the moment.
Yeah.
With the 35s and remote resi Dobinson's MRA shock. So it's flipped arms and the full diff bracing throughout. Fully engineered for everything, so really been enjoying it. It drives really well for the size of the lift, especially with those flipped arms.
What's the reaction of people at the show to your car?
Yeah, they're loving it.
You're loving showing it off?
Yeah, it's been nice to get out there with the exposure and stuff and collaborate with brands in the business, and it's been really nice.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for showing me through. It's an awesome vehicle. It's a testament to you, seriously.
Yeah, I really appreciate
Testament to your passion. And as an 80 owner, I'm jealous as all shit, to be honest. But it's not finished.
Not finished. It's never finished. Yeah, Max just rolled over the 37s and they're like, yeah, we'll have to sort you out with a set.
We show up in the party.
Okay, we're going to see who won. Nearly 4 p.m. It's been a crazy day, so thanks for everyone that came up and said hello and had a chat. And we've got the famous Oscar. What the hell's going on here? What are you doing, boys? It's over GVM. Oh my. What the They're closing the bed on it. Little iron press in there.
Who do you reckon's going to win? We've got you, we've got Dylan, we've got that GQ. I reckon my prediction, 3rd place, GQ. 2nd place, Dylan. 1st place, get at it. 1st place, Alex. We'll see how we go there.
Oh, Kimchi. There you go. Thanks for the support.
Actually, last place, Alex.
So we're going to have pre-98 first.
I'm
well done, Jesse.
scared.
So the winner for the Taurus pre-98 is vehicle number 18.
Awesome, much appreciated. Thank you very much. This is actual G up, bro. Alrighty, Lifted Larrikins, here we are at the end of day 2 of the Sydney 4x4 show, and we've come out winners of the show and shine for the pre-98 category. Absolutely unreal experience, much appreciated. So thanks to the National 4x4 show for the opportunity to present my car here. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Make sure to subscribe and liftedlarrikins.com for all of our merch if you guys want to support us. So much appreciated.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.